Mr. Rosmy or Mr. Lewis. It's about your generation, your family line. You look at the Rockefellers or anybody who's been wealthy a long time, they've been wealthy through the generations because for them, it's a mindset of this is what I'm doing for my family or for my generational line. Now, this next question, Mr. Rosmy Lewis, is for you. Does having money in the bank translate to wealth?
Well, I would say no, because keeping the money in the bank is giving the man a chance to make money off of your money when you're not. So your money, if you sleeping, your money shouldn't be sleeping. It should have been working towards your future. And in business, people always say it's not how much you make, it's how much you keep. And you have to bank some money. I understand that. Can't have all your money running, but you have to start taking risk with your money instead of keeping it in the bank, because somebody's taking risk with your money.
Right. As long as it's in the bank, somebody's taking a risk and somebody's making money. And if you make $100,000 and all you do is put it in a savings account in the bank, that's just like the man in the Bible who went and buried his talents.
Yes.
I mean, you got to put that money to work. The next question I have, at Lane, why is it important to build wealth and not money?
Because money is a number. If you're wealthy, yet again, wealth is not about money. It's, you know, once you're wealthy, it's just about signing a piece of paper, you're good to go. You know?
Right.
I mean, the thing is, because the mindset people are having, I have $100,000, I can buy whatever I want. You can buy so much with $100,000. If you're wealthy, your mindset can take you wherever you want.
Let me give you an example. In the 90s, Donald Trump, I think, filed bankruptcy. He didn't have money in the bank, but he was wealthy because he had a wealth of knowledge. He had a wealth of information on how to create wealth. And he went I think that same week or the next week, and they say he bought Trump Tower or something. And the banks gave him the money to do it. This is a person who had no money in the bank, that people trusted his ability, because most time out of 10, if you're a wealthy person, people know that you have the ability to create wealth.
And in real estate, we have that in real estate. We call that warehousing. That's when you can use other people's money to make money. So I may have $100,000. I sit it somewhere. I put it somewhere else. And since you think I have $100,000, or you know I had $100,000, I may no longer have it. But by you thinking that I had $100,000, now you're not afraid of giving me $100,000. Now I use your $100,000 to go make money.
Right.
So you could have used it yourself to make money, but since you know that I have $100,000 in saving, then you become a liability for me.
And let me just say this, because we're talking to our audience as a Christian audience, and I want to make it clear, you guys, that you understand that God, Jesus, commanded us to invest. There was a story in the Bible where he had given each one of them talents.
Right.
And the one took his talent, and instead of using it, he buried it in the ground. Right. And when the master came back, he cursed the one that did not invest. He says, you should have taken this to the money changers, or the marketplace, or the stock market of their day, to create more wealth. And he was like, but I was afraid. And that goes back to that statement I read in Rich Dad, Poor Dad, that we are driven by two things in life. We're driven by desire, or we're driven by fear. And when the master came back, he took that talent, that the man who did nothing with it. So if you don't use it, God will allow the wealthy to take what you have and make money off of what you have. Just like when we go to the bank, that's the people with that job mentality. My check goes direct deposit. It goes direct deposit, and every time it goes direct deposit, the wealthy goes to the stock market and they make money off of your money. That's why they only insure it to so much.
Right.
Because after that amount, they're gambling with your money. So the government set some laws in place that you can only gamble so much of these people's money. And it's legal for people to gamble your money. So if somebody else is going to gamble with my money,
why don't you do it?
Why don't I do it?
Well,
exactly.
And talk about you having your money and you Christians. I think that if somebody following the Bible principles and guidelines.
Well, you know, church folk don't believe in gambling.
Somehow you have money that you either have it in the bank, or you have a mindset that you want money. So if you want money or you need money to live, obviously you're in the game. But one of the mindset that we need to have as Christians, that it's really selfish if you're only trying to work just to make enough so you can have a living. because you're only able to help yourself.
Right.
And our job is to turn around and bless other people. How are we going to bless other people when we don't have it?
That's true.
And we should be a good example. So basically, when we have a job, it allows us to make enough so we can live. But now if we have a career and own a business and do something with it, we're able to bless others. We're creating opportunities for other people.
Right, and I want to stress this, because wealth we're talking about today is not just money.
No.
You can create wealth in others by simply educating them.
Yes.
You know, that's being wealthy. Being happy is being wealthy, because I know plenty of people with money, but they're unhappy. They're lonely. They're whatever's going on in their life. So with wealth, there's a balance. There's happiness. You're not driven by chasing paper only. It's not about the paper, because you can have all the paper in the world. It does not buy happiness. No. It does not buy peace of mind. But when you have paper, it makes peace of mind a little bit more better, you know? Right. Because the Bible says money answers all things, period, point blank. You know, you're not driving a supernatural car. You're not living in a supernatural house. We know you have to pay your bills, you know. And a lot of times we're talking about supernatural debt cancellation. And I think that is a misconception that the church have. We want God to supernaturally do everything. At what point are we going to get educated? He says, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. You know, no, I want to go and take all of my money and spend it all up when I know I have other things that I need to get done. And then I want God to supernaturally cancel the car payment.
It doesn't happen.
Doesn't happen, because you're not driving a supernatural car.
My mentor, Lisa Cloud, would say that success is choice, not chance. You're not going to win wealth.
Yeah.
You're going to have to build it. You're going to have to go after it. So us as Christians, we're doing something bad to our family for not going after what we want. Because if we want it that bad, the next generation will want it. Yeah. And if we don't have it, it's because the generation past didn't have that opportunity.
And Abraham was wealthy. Moses was wealthy.
Yeah.
David was wealthy. I mean, I can go on and on and on. You know, wealth is not sinful. But sometimes in Christian circles, we make wealth to look like it's a sin to be wealthy. And the devil's a lie. He said, in the blessings of Abraham shall come upon you and overtake you.
It should have been a sin letting your family struggle.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a sin. It is. The next thing I say, the question I have is what, and before we close, we got 2 minutes, what are good habits that are conducive, and this question is for both of you guys, to the creation of wealth? What habits are conducive to the creation of wealth? What should we be doing to create wealth? Are we sleeping in bed all day or hoping it comes to us? What are we doing?
I can't elaborate on that. The first thing we need to keep in mind is that there's not enough hours in a day to make money if you only work and make money per hour.
Right.
You know? So what I'm saying is if you work in 8-hour jobs and you think you're going to have 4 or 5 jobs to make ends meet, it's not going to happen. There's not enough hours in a day for you to make, so much money for you to be wealthy. So what you need to do is start working. You work, and then you work so much that you have so much work to do, then you want to hire somebody else to help you. That's how you create jobs. That's how people create jobs. It's because they was working, because some of the people who begin or start their companies, they tell you they begin their companies in the back of their truck. I mean, Sam Walton is a good example of it,
right.
With Walmart. So these people, they started small, but they had to work sometimes for, 24 hours a day, because what happened is they had so much to do. At the end of the day, they want to pass the job to somebody else who don't have nothing to do, basically. Right. So that's how you start creating jobs. The next thing you know, you're
30 seconds, your answer.
Well, it's all about identifying a trend and take action. That's what you need to do. You have to take action, and when you say taking action, it's like you're willing to go down for it. Yeah. And then build wealth for your family and go all in.
I mean, because what do you have to lose? If you start with nothing and you take the risk, you're going to lose nothing.
Exactly.
But if you start with nothing and you take the risk, chances are you might gain.
The mentality is stop being a paid slave.
That's right.
Well, if you don't play, you have no chance to win.
You got to get in the game.
Yes.
That's the last thing. I want to thank our guests for joining the Angel Braham Show today. Thank you for listening to us on our wealth and money management topic. We will be with you next week. Thank you, Mr. Lewis, for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. I know you guys are busy. Don't forget to join us next week on the Angel Braham Show. Remember, you heard it here first on the Angel Braham Show. Hi, I'm Angel Braham, and I want to invite you to attend ABM University Theological Seminary. We offer degree and diploma training designed to meet your needs. ABM University is an interactive learning environment with hands-on training, and we offer day, night, and online training. For more information, please give us a call today or visit us on our website at www.abmuniversity.com. Hi, I'm Angel Braham from The Angel Braham Show. I'm also the CEO and founder of ABM University Theological Seminary. You can find out more how you can get educated at our university by visiting www.abmuniversity.com. You can earn your degree in theology or religious studies by visiting us again on our website at abmuniversity.com.